Good morning, Year 7. So this is your work for the 2nd of July. We're going to start off our task 1 activity, our starter activity, and we are going to match up the pictures to the words here. Okay. Ideally, try to do it without looking at your notes from last week or googling those words. Okay. So yeah, that's your first activity then. Okay, so that's task 1. These little pictures, you'll find the Spanish for them here, and pretty match them up. Okay. So today, what we are going to do, we are going to look at some types of drink, bring our learning in about tapas that we've been doing this week and last week. Okay, and we're going to put all that together into a conversation and being able to order different types of food and drink and ask for the bill when you are in a Spanish speaking country. So task 2 then. So what I would like you to do is within these questions here, so number 1, you've got 4 little words here in Spanish. Okay, all the words that I've included in this task, in task 2, are words that you will have come across before since starting Spanish in Year 7 in September. So number 1, I want you to have a look and see if you can identify the drink. Okay, then I would like you to circle it. You circle the words, and then here in English, okay, you try to put the English from what you can recognise. Remember, we use our knowledge of cognates, so those are the words that look I like the English, or we've got near cognates that are, there's a little bit of something, and you just have to think a little bit, and they do look very similar to the English word. Okay, so, and then in English, write here what you think that drink is. There may be a drink that maybe you might struggle on, so maybe you might have to put that into an online dictionary, okay, to find out its meaning. So that's task 2. There are in total 8 drinks that I would like to find, and then you write the English at the side on the line. So that'd be great if you could do that. Yes, FM. So task 3, I would like you to complete the conversation with the food and drinks from the box here. Okay, so those words there you are going to put here to make sense. Okay, so I have put some help vocab so that you're actually starting to understand the words, the questions that phrases that you need to have a conversation. Okay, so if we just have a look at this then. Now this here would be the spicy potatoes. Okay, that's the picture. No, it's only tiny, so that's why I'm telling you. Number 2 would be prawns. 3, squid. 4 is the ham, quite similar to Parma ham if you've ever been in an Italian restaurant. Okay, and obviously that's Coke. We can tell from the bottle. And number 6 would be a hot drink that we have here in England. Okay, so I would like you to write the number. Okay, here. So number 1, which one do you think this is? Okay, if you thought it was una ración de jamón, you put number 1 here. Okay, and so on. So una ración, by the way, means is a portion of. Right, so that is task 3. Task 4. What I would like you to do, if you've got your vocab books or your exercise books, I would like you to copy this vocab, put the title in la cafeteria, in the cafe, and put these words in the box here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to read the words for you to help with pronunciation, and perhaps you could say them out loud at home. So first of all, we've got en la cafetería. En la cafetería. Yo quiero. Yo quiero. Bebidas. Bebidas. Un batido de chocolate. Un batido de chocolate. Or you could say un batido de, a milkshake of, fresa. So that's strawberry. Un batido de fresa. Un café. Un café. Una Coca-Cola. Una Coca-Cola. Una Fanta limón. Una Fanta limón. With that one, we could also say una Fanta naranja. Can you ever think about what that is? Okay, that's an orange Fanta. We've done colours in the past. Naranja is obviously orange. Okay, next one. Un granizado de limón. Un granizado de limón. Un té. Un té. Raciones. Raciones. Calamares. Calamares. Croquetas. Croquetas. Okay, so this side here, gambas. Gambas. Jamón. Jamón. Pan con tomate. Pan con tomate. Patatas bravas. Patatas bravas. Tortilla. Tortilla. Por favor. Por favor. Quisiera. Quisiera. So, pan con tomate is simply just like your baguette sort of bread, and you'd perhaps put rub some garlic on it, and you'd have cooked tomatoes on it. Okay, the tomatoes wouldn't be cooked; they would be raw. Okay, so now using that vocabulary that you have just copied down in task 4, I would like you to translate these sentences into Spanish, please. Okay. So remember that E, little word which is a little Y, means and in Spanish. Okay. So have a go at that. Be really careful when you are copying. Okay, this vocab. Have this vocab in front of you. Really focus on your accuracy in Spanish. So just a little bit of culture again. Tapas are snacks that people eat in Spain. We learned that last week, which they are having when they're having something to drink. In the north of Spain, they're called pinchos. Now, I lived in, when I studied for my Spanish and French degree, I lived in Pamplona, which is in the Basque country in the north of Spain. And they have their own language there. They speak Castilian Spanish that we're learning, but also they speak Basque as well. Okay. A lot of X's in the words, okay, that we can see here. So, pinchos. Okay, they would refer to them as where I lived in Pamplona. So, yeah, and your tapas, dependent on where you get your standard tapas, like your tortilla, etc. Okay, your patatas bravas, but there will be regional variations depending on where you go to in Spain. Okay, so task 6, your resilience task. Now, what I've done is a waggle, so what a good one looks like. And I would like you to write a conversation in your exercise books or on paper if you don't have your books, in Spanish, ordering food and drink and asking for the bill. Okay, very important. So what I'm going to do is just read the conversation. The word camarero means waiter. If you want to change that to the feminine form, it's camarera. You add a on the end, so that's adjectival agreement. Remember the adjectival agreement that we've been working on up until we finished in March. So if I just read all parts of the conversation and you follow with me, and maybe you say it out loud. So we've got camarero. Buenos días, ¿qué quieren? So Fabio says, quiero tortilla española y patatas bravas, por favor. Then the camarero says, ¿algo más? Paz. Sí, calamares y una ración de paella, por favor. Camarero then says, ¿y de beber? Paz then says, quiero una limonada. Right, so we move on to Fabio. So he says, quisiera un café con leche. So, un poco más tarde, a little bit later in our whilst eating food, okay, we've had it, and then we ask for this. Really important question, especially, moving forward, into year 8 and doing GCSEs, okay, the word cuánto es, and even when you go to Spain as well, it's cuánto es, por favor, how much is it please? Or you could actually say, as you can see here, la cuenta por favor, the bill please. The camarero then says, bueno, son 30 euros. Paz then finally says, gracias. Me encanta ir de tapas. I love going having tapas. So I would really like you to see if you can write independently. I would put these, change the names by all means, so the Fabio for your name, or a friend's name, or your parent's name, to camarera if you wish. You could change buenos dias to buenas tardes as well. Could include adios, hasta luego. Lots of little bits of things that we have done. Gracias, thank you. I don't want you to Google. Don't Google. Just stick to simple. Simple is more effective at times. And see if you can write me a lovely little conversation in Spanish. Okay. Put it in your books. Maybe take a photo of it, send it to me, and I'd love to put them on Facebook. So you write your little conversation here. If you're printing off your sheet, you can write it there, or just do it in your exercise book. Okay. So, task 7, what I would like you to do on task 7, so task 7, you could type up the conversation, decorate it, or maybe if time you could teach somebody at home how to order food and drink. Just let me know how you get on. I'd love to hear. So if you wanted to do a little bit more work as well, there's a National Oak Academy which I've let my 9 and 10s have a look at the lessons, okay, and yeah, follow the lesson. Okay, we've got an introduction here, and then this is just consolidating what they have learned previously. You might be able to pick up some new items of vocabulary as well, which would be good for you. Okay, so next week we're going to get to the future tense, okay, in Spanish. So it's going to. Now, and which we've actually seen in today's lesson and last week's lesson as well, and perhaps previous to this as well. I know I have introduced a little bit to my classes. So we're going to have a look at how we form it, and then the week after we'll put it into a context as well. But if you want to do some flip learning before we get to it next week, just Google immediate future tense, how you form it. So there may be some little YouTube video clips that you could have a look at before we come to do it. So well done, year 7. Thank you for sending me your work in, and I look forward to seeing this piece of work. Any problems, don't hesitate at all to message me via ePraise, and some of you have my email at school as well. Okay, thank you very much. See you soon. Bye.